Hello, my name is A-Pershing, and I'm doing a cybersecurity threat actors and potential attacks against critical care hospital analysis for cancer care hospitals. For hospitals specializing in the critical care of cancer patients, a cyber incident can quickly become a patient safety, financial, and legal crisis. Modern hospitals depend on electronic health records, laboratory information systems, and medical devices, imaging equipment, research databases, and financial applications. If one of these systems becomes unavailable or compromised, employees may be unable to access treatment plans, review test results, or schedule chemotherapy. In my previous presentation, I identified script kiddies, hacktivists, industrial spies, cyber terrorists, insider threats, and cyber criminals as important adversaries. Um, Although every actor can cause damage, they differ considerably in their motivations, resources, technical, technical capabilities, and preferred methods of attack. A threat and a vulnerability are related but are different cybersecurity concepts. A threat is a person, event, or action capable of harming a system, organization, or individual. Threats include malicious actors, malware, um, unauthorized access, and even accidental actions by employees. A vulnerability is a weakness that a threat can exploit. Examples would include outdated software, weak passwords, poorly configured medical devices, excessive employee privileges, and insufficient network segmentation. For example, a cyber criminal represents a threat, while an unpatched hospital server represents a vulnerability. The criminal may use an attack such as ransomware to exploit that vulnerability. So, one of the threat actors would be script kiddies. So script kiddies are, so they generally represent the least serious threat actor because they usually possess limited knowledge and depend on tools created by more experienced hackers. However, they can still disrupt hospital operations when basic security controls are missing. One attack a script kiddie can use is a takeover of an internet connected printer, camera, or medical support device that still uses default credentials. Once compromised, the device could be used to access internal resources or participate in additional attacks. The next group of people would be hacktivists. Hacktivists are motivated by political, ideological, or social causes rather than direct financial profit. A hospital could attract hacktivist attention because of its research partners, healthcare policies, public statements, or relationships with government agencies. One likely attack is website defacement, in which attackers can alter the hospital's public website to display political or embarrassing content. Um, this attack may not directly affect the clientele, but it can harm trust and damage the hospital's reputation. The second potential attack would be a DDoS attack. Um, and during that attack, large volumes of malicious traffic would overwhelm the hospital's website, patient portal, or appointment systems, preventing legitimate users from connecting. Another group would be industrial spies. Industrial spies target valuable like intellectual property, including in this case cancer research, um, clinical trial results, treatment methods, and even drug development data. Um, these attackers may work for competing organizations, criminal brokers, or even foreign governments. One attack they might perform is a watering hole attack against a website, um, frequently used by like oncology researchers. This attacker compromises the trusted websites the trusted website and infects visitors from the hospital, allowing credentials to be or research information to be stolen. Um, the second attack would be theft of cloud storage application programming interface keys, which could provide direct access to research repositories without requiring a normal user login. Industrial spies generally prefer secrecy because the information remains more valuable when the victim does not realize it has been stolen. The next actor would be cyber terrorists. Cyber terrorists use cyber attacks to cause fear, intimidation, or widespread disruption, although such attacks may be less common than financially motivated cybercrimes. Their potential their potential consequences are severe. Once an attack is in the use of, or one possible attack is the use of destructive wiper malware, which erases data and damages hospital servers rather than encrypting them for payment. A second attack would be sabotage of a building management system that controls ventilation, heating, cooling, or electricity. Disruption to these systems could affect medication storage, operating rooms, laboratories, and critical care units. The next threat actor could be insider threats. An insider is a threat that is a current or former employee, contractor, business partner, or a vendor who misuses legitimate access. Insider incidents may be incidental, accidental, or caused by an external hacker who has compromised an authorized account. So, one potential insider attack is the use of unauthorized bulk export of electronic health records for identity theft, financial gain, or revenge. A second attack would be the malicious alteration or deletion of treatment schedules and patient information. An example of this would be changing chemotherapy schedules, medication records, or laboratory orders that could interfere with care and create serious patient safety risks. And the last and most severe one would be cyber criminals. Cyber criminals represent the hospital's most serious near-term threat because they are highly active, financially motivated, and are aware that healthcare organizations cannot tolerate prolonged downtime. One major attack is a double extortion ransomware. In this attack, criminals can steal sensitive patient information and then encrypt the hospital systems. Then they can demand payment for both the decryption key and for promise not to publish the stolen data. A second attack is a business email compromise, in which criminals impersonate like an executive, a vendor, or a financial employee to redirect payments. They can also alter banking information or request fraudulent transfers. These attacks can result in significant financial losses, even when no malware is actually installed. So, in conclusion, the hospital faces a wide range of threat actors, from inexperienced script kiddies to organized criminals. Even lower priority actors can exploit an overlooked vulnerability and create a serious disruption. However, cyber criminals, APTs, insiders can pose the greatest overall risk. Protecting the hospital requires strong technical controls, continuous employment or employee education, and sufficient cybersecurity funding.